Hey everyone, today in this video we'll be looking at how you create a single node in neo4j. Neo4j is a graph-based database where you create nodes and relations between both of them. So once you enter your neo4j desktop, this is how it looks like. And these are all your active projects you have. So I have one active project. If you need to create another one, you click on new. And if I need to work on another project, not on a project one, I go to project and I get application and projects as two subheadings here. So I can either go into the neo4j data browser directly, or I first create my graph. So I prefer to first create my graph, which will be a local graph. And here I'll have to enter the name of the graph and the password to access that particular graph. I give the name of the graph to be name and the password to be name 2. And the version is 3.4.1, which is by default installed when you install this neo4j desktop, but you can also install the other latest versions with new features extended. So I choose 3.4.1 and I say create. So this takes a little while to create a new graph. This will show you the number of nodes and the number of relations and all other things. You have two options, that is, you can start or manage it. When you start, it executes this particular graph, and when you manage, you can actually create nodes, relation and relation types and add labels to your graph. So I first manage, and then we need to get to the browser to execute our commands and create nodes and stuff. Before that, we get into detail about this particular panel down in here. And here you have something called as nodes, labels, relationships, and relationship types. So everything is as of now 0, and the status of this graph database is stopped. So you have to start it, and then see the status is starting. And now you need to click on Open Browser. As soon as you click on the Open Browser, the terminal opens and you have your cursor pointing to a $sign where you can execute your commands. So it's right here. So now your database has been opened, but it has not been connected. So if you wait for a while, you can see the command server switch success has been executed. If not, you can execute the same command in your your command prompt, and then get the solution for this. So connection has been updated and you're connected to neo4j, and this is your localhost address in your browser. After you're done, to create a single node, that is one circle of your node, before we create it, let us look of how a graph database generally looks like. So these are the typical examples of how your graphs can look like, your neo4j graphs. So there are many nodes in this diagram and there are few in this. So to go ahead and start creating one single node, you need to get into the browser again. And the command to create one node, a single node, is create and name your node n inside the bracket. So as you can see, created one node, completed after a particular amount of time. Now your node has been created. So how do you view the node that was created? So to view the node, you're gonna say match of n. And what is that you have to get? You have to get the n value. So you say return n and then close the sentence. And when you say this, as you can see, this command returned this panel. And this panel has a small circle, and this circle is the node which has been created. So you click on the node, you see the ID of this is 0. So a node has been created. So this is how a single node can be created in a neo4j database. I'll see you in my next video explaining more about how neo4j works and how to create relations among neo4j nodes and how to get the relation types. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.